on Monday, should everything go forward, as you mentioned, the next thing that we'll be seeing is a jury selection. Again, former President Trump, if that happens, will be the first U.S. president in history, or former U.S. president in history, to stand a criminal trial. So what should we be looking for in terms of that jury selection? We've never, seen a jury selection in a criminal trial for a former U.S. president. What will that look like? What should we be looking out for?
I believe that President Trump's legal team will challenge the jurors and will create a record to try to demonstrate that former President Trump is unable to get a fair trial in New York. Obviously, there's been excessive press about this issue. There's been excessive press about Michael Cohen and his indictment and him spending time in jail. There's been, I believe, even a Netflix movie or show on Stormy Daniels. She's done interviews based off of this. So there's a huge amount of public information that's been put out there. I imagine what Trump's attorneys are going to do is question the jurors, see if they have any bias, see what they've been exposed to in terms of this information, see what they believe in terms of this information, because it's going to be incumbent on President Trump's legal team to lay the foundation and lay the record that the former president is unable to get a fair trial here. People's minds have been hardened. Their opinions have already been made. They're not able now to form a new, fresh opinion about facts that have really been in the public eye since 2016, 2017. It's been a long time, and these charges have been a long time in coming and talked about often. So I expect that that's what President Trump's legal team will put forward. They will be given a certain amount of strikes, it's called, where they'll be able to strike certain jurors if they believe that they have certain biases and can't stand trial. But I do expect that the judge will try to usher it in a way where there are enough jurors who have not been tainted, who maintain a fair point of view on this case and maintain an open mind. That's really the key, is that they maintain an open mind and have not prejudged the case or the defendant, former President Trump, in any way.
Okay, and so this is your stomping ground. You practice law. You're from this area. What is your instinct? How hard is that going to be to find a jury that is untainted, as you say, or it hasn't been inundated by the New York press on former President Trump and his legal troubles?
It's not easy to navigate, but to the average person, you may be surprised, if you're not practicing in court on a daily basis, how many people may not be privy to this information, how many people may not be closely following the news. If you're a person that regularly reads the newspaper or is watching anything on TV, you would find that hard to believe. But there are, in fact, people that may not pay much attention to it, or even if they have, they're put under oath during jury selection, and they will be asked a list of questions ahead of time. And one of those questions may be, can you keep an open mind? Have you made any prejudgments about this case? And they're testifying under oath. So if they sit there and truthfully say, I have not made up my mind about this case, I know very little bit about it. Yes, I understand that President Trump was formerly the president of the United States. I understand that there are charges against him. But other than that, I believe that I personally can have an open mind when it comes to this case, and I will listen to the facts and evidence as they are presented, and I will make a judgment based off of the facts, based off of the law, and I will discharge my duties as a juror. That I expect that will occur. It is an enormous task to go through the individual jurors and really establish that there's no way that Trump can get a fair hearing in this case. And I know that his lawyers have made a lot of part of the legal strategy to essentially try to even move this case, say it should be in federal court, it shouldn't be in state court. there has been a swell of basically strategy to try to push that forward. But here we are facing jury selection. And I think at this stage, it's very difficult to pull off and say there isn't a single jury pool here in this entire state of New York, county of New York, where there could be an individual that could sit on the jury and have an open mind about this. So it's an uphill battle.